What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 5. I have a special guest with me here today, and let's get into the video. So we're gonna be talking about a ton of different things today, about defense, the draft, and the special guest is a Lions fan. So we're gonna be talking about the Lions a little bit, the playoffs for them, and stuff like that. So I got Andrew here today with me. He's a Lions fan, and I already said that, but his TikTok is Michigan Sports 23. He's trying to get started making videos, making YouTube videos and stuff. But here he is.
Hello, everyone.
So, yeah, we're going to be talking about various things today, all throughout the season, all different people, like I've said. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to be talking about quarterbacks first. He's going to be talking about Jared Goff a little bit, and then we'll talk about Bryce Young. We'll compare their seasons. We'll compare the kind of like team they had around them and stuff like that. So, yeah, let's hear Jared Goff stats.
So, as a Lions fan, it's a love-hate relationship with Jared Goff. He's fourth in the league with touchdowns, and he's second with yards. He's thrown for 4,575 yards. Pretty terrific season. But, compared to Bryce Young, he does have 2 more interceptions. Okay, he has 12 interceptions. But he also has 30 touchdowns with his fourth in the league.
Well, when you have, Amon-Ra St. Brown and one of the best offensive lines, it's pretty easy to perform with that.
Well, I agree with you there. We do have a great offensive line, great receivers. We have a great team. We have a Super Bowl team. It's just we had trouble finishing this year. But with that being said, I think Jared Goff is great for Michigan. I think he's great for Detroit. I think he's great for the Spirit. We love Jared Goff. We're going to keep him here. He's made some decisions and thrown some passes that are questionable and maybe could have been thought out better. But all around, we love Jared Goff. We're glad he's here. We're excited for the next season. Hopefully going to the Super Bowl. We're going to take it all the way this year.
Yeah, you're gonna be the Panthers in the NFC Championship. Yeah, Super Bowl next year. Next year we're coming for it.
I would love to. I think that would be a great game. The Panthers obviously probably don't stand a chance, but okay. It would be a fun game to watch, a good way to end y'all's season, and I would love to see it. I would love to be there. I would love to watch. I would love to see how two good quarterbacks perform, especially with Bryce Young being as young as he is, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's done throughout the season for him being brand new into the league.
Exactly,
and he has done pretty good things with the team he has around him. Like Jared Goff is surrounded by excellence, and Bryce Young has made the best out of a bad situation.
I agree. He's had Adam Thielen, who's 33 years old, his best receiver, and then his offensive line ranked 31st, gone through injuries. It's been rough. It's been rough for Bryce Young. He's been sacked 62 times.
62? Wow.
62 times. Wow. That's almost most in NFL history.
Yeah, that is
that's sad.
That's something.
Yeah. Wow. But this year, I think we'll be drafting some linemen, signing some linemen. We're going to have a lot of improvements on the line, a lot of improvements on the receiver core. Our defense was top 5. Let's talk about defense. The Panthers' defense was top 4 according to Fox Sports. They did really good this season. It's just our offense couldn't capitalize. I feel like if our offense was better and we were able to capitalize more on offense, we would have definitely won more games, definitely went farther than we did. But they didn't do bad at all. The Panthers had 293 yards average they allowed. Touchdowns, they allowed 49, which, could be better. But, only allowing 293 yards, that's combining for passing and rushing. That's not bad at all. It's just below the Browns, which is the best defense in the league, Chiefs, Jets, and then you have the Panthers. And the Lions, they are ranked 19th in the league, which their stats, he'll give you their stats.
So, here. Our stats currently, being 19th in the league, is it's kind of a rough to see us below the Titans, but we'll take what we can get. So our playoff touchdowns that the Lions have allowed, were 9. Okay, so
was that most in the league?
Unfortunately, yes, it was most in the league. But with that being said, the Panthers didn't have a chance to give up any playoff touchdowns. So, I'll take it with a grain of salt. And, the Lions, touchdowns allowed, still hurt a little bit with being 46 in the regular season.
That's only 3 less than the Panthers.
Yeah, and I love our defense. I love Hutch. I love Hutch so much. He's so good for the team. Our offense really stepped up this year, and coaching was acceptable, and it's better than what the Lions I think have ever seen before.
Our coaching for the Panthers was horrible. We had Frank Reich. We had him for about 10 games. He got fired. We had Chris Tabor come in as a fill-in spot. And it was just rough. Not really good coaching at all. The only good part of our coaching was defense. Evero did an amazing job with the defense. Our play caller, Thomas Brown, he sucked. We kept calling screen passes. This season was just a learning season. It was rough. I'm glad to see Dave Canales come on and really take up and see what he can do with his team. He's helped many quarterbacks, and I can't wait. I know y'all's coaching staff is really good.
Yeah, obviously there towards the end, there's been some mixed feelings with Dan Campbell.
Yeah, that didn't kick in the field goals there. Could have won the game off the field goals. Kept going for it.
Could have won the game. Could have won it. But you have to look back through the whole season, right? His whole philosophy has been to be aggressive, to be tough, to put it all on the line. I think that's what he did, against the 49ers. And do I think it was the right decision? No. But, it's worked all season for them. They've made it to the championship game. Why switch it up then?
Yeah, I understand that. But I think the Lions, they had a crazy change. Last year, what were they, like 7 wins, maybe? Something like that?
7 wins.
And then they went off to have 12 wins this season?
Yep. Make it to the NFC Championship.
Yep. And the year before that, they were like 3-13. Or no, it was like more than that. It was like 3-15.
Yeah.
No, it was 13. No, I don't know. It was somewhere there.
It's as long as I've been alive and as long as my parents have been alive, it has not been a good thing to be a Lions fan until this year. This year, we stepped up. We made Detroit history in almost every category. Broken dry spell that we've been through since before my parents were born. And it's just, I really feel strongly about this team. I love this team. I've watched them my whole life. I've struggled with them my whole life. And this year, to see them rise to the occasion and bring it really meant something to me. And I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we did what we did. And next year, we're coming for the Super Bowl. Coming for it.
Yeah, maybe you can kick some field goals to get the Super Bowl.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, Dan Campbell really has changed around that team. It's really crazy what they've been through.
Yeah, it's been tough, and he's he came from, he played for the Lions, and it was rough for him.
Yeah, he was on the 0-16 team.
Yep, 0-16, and then just changed the city around.
Changed the whole culture.
That's right.
Yep. That's crazy what one coach can do to a team. Well, I think we should talk about free agency and drafts now. So let's go ahead and get into that. So free agency, the Panthers have a lot of free agents. We have a lot of people we need to sign, like DJ Shark, Frankie Louvu, Brian Burns, Laviska Shenault. We have a lot of people. Jeremy Chin's on there. We only have $40 million in cap space, and we have to somehow figure out. We're definitely letting some people walk. We're going to figure out who we want to stay, and we're going to figure out who to sign. Like, I've seen some linemen like Robert Hunt. I don't know if he's going to leave the Dolphins, though, but he's a really good guard. I've been wanting him. But, yeah, the Panthers have a lot of free agents, and I don't know if we're going to be able to sign all these people back. Like, I don't know. We might have to let DJ Shark walk. Might have to let Gabe Jackson walk, Justin McCray, some of them. We have Gross Mateos, Deion Jones, CJ Henderson, Shaquille Griffin, JJ Jameson. He's been with the team for a long time.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of people to pay. I don't know about the Lions though.
The Lions. So we have $48 million in cap space, right? And to be honest with you, I would really like to see. I would honestly really love to see Graham Glasgow come back. I would love to see that guard come back.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater, he's retiring.
Yeah,
right?
retired. Yep.
Yeah, so he's out. He's out of the equation. He's gone after this year.
How much did y'all pay him? How much money was he worth?
Too much. Let's see. So for a contract for 1 year, it was $3 million. $3 million for a 1 year contract.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot of money back from that.
Yeah, getting a little money back from him. That hopefully we could put into, maybe even signing some of these people back, or,
sign some new people.
Yeah, offering contracts with that draft. With me being a Lions fan, I'm obviously University of Michigan fan, and the Lions has a great running back. I love our running game. I loved our running game this year. And with that being said, it's not going to happen. It's not. I know it's not. But it would please my heart to see Blake Corum wearing a Lions jersey.
Yeah, but you already have two running backs. Unless you trade Montgomery and then give Corum.
Yeah,
then you have Corum and Gibbs together.
Yeah, which trade Montgomery would be a hard sell for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, in a world where everything would be perfect, I would have Aiden Hutchinson, which he's already on the Lions, Montgomery, Corum, J.J. McCarthy. I would have them all. I would bring Michigan's 15-0 national championship team and put them all in blue.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because J.J. McCarthy's projected first round.
Yeah.
But
I believe that Jim Harbaugh is going to pull some strings. And, with that being said, I don't think JJ needs to go to the Chargers. I really just don't think.
The Chargers already have Justin Herbert.
Yeah, they Herbert, he's an underrated quarterback in my opinion. I feel like he has potential to be great, and I think with Harbaugh coming to the Chargers, I think that he's gonna really spread his wings. And I do not think that they need JJ there as much as Jim Harbaugh loves JJ McCarthy. Blake Corum. I could see him going to the Chargers potentially.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's getting old. He's kind of underperforming some. Yep. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe Roman Wilson.
Roman Wilson gets a lot of hate. I don't know. Did you watch the Senior Bowl at all?
I watched a little bit of it.
But he really performed really well. And, I would love to see Roman Wilson somewhere and doing good. I'll always have love for that 15-0 national championship team. They really brought it. This was a great year for Detroit. And, we have a lot of good players coming to bring their talent to the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. That team is a lot of good defensive players, a lot of good linemen. Yeah. A lot of good linemen. It really sucked, though. Ohio State, you lost, what was it, Zitter? Is that what it was?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that was, but we're not talking about Ohio State right now, okay? Because Michigan brought it. We're going to bring it to them next year. Let's make it 4 years in a row. And next year, we're playing at the Horseshoe.
Yep.
Playing at the Horseshoe in Ohio. It's going to be a rough game, not having JJ, not having Blake. But
I think half the teams are clearing for the draft. Yeah. Michigan, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people are taking. Their draft stock is high. They just won a national championship. I don't blame them, but we'll still have Orgy. We'll have the Don. We'll have Edwards running the ball for us. I'm just excited to see what this team is going to bring after losing, JJ, our QB, and Corum, questionably, one of the best definitely one of the best to come out of Michigan. Blake Corum's definitely going to be one of the best running backs come out of Michigan. JJ McCarthy, Jim Harbaugh said it best, the best quarterback to come out of Michigan. JJ McCarthy really brought it. He stepped up. And even in that Alabama game, JJ McCarthy really brought it. He stepped up, took some pressure, got rid of it, got it good. And then, that's what won him the Natty, was being tough, being strong and persistent.
Yep. Clemson didn't do very hot this year, But we're coming back better next year, We're going to hopefully make playoffs. But I don't know. We got to see, because, Alabama, they're losing a lot of their transfers, a lot of their commits. A lot of them are transferring. So
Yeah, you know what they said that Michigan is the reason Harbaugh decided to quit. He just couldn't stand the fact of losing. And the Big Ten, a lot of people say that the SEC has the best teams in college football, and I agree. The last 10 years, the SEC has had some tough teams, but
you had that Clemson team,
yep.
2 natties, Bama,
LSU,
LSU 2019 team. Oh, that team was crazy. That team was.
But in all around records and everything, the Big Ten has a leading record in yards against the SEC, touchdowns against the SEC, and overall wins against the SEC. So for everybody that thinks that the SEC is the big bad division and everything, I understand. It's been the big bad division for the most recent years, but there's always room for the Big Ten to come back, and we still holding that record. And beating Alabama just added one more tick.
Yep, I always love seeing Alabama lose. It's always a great sight. Especially when they come from Alabama as the best quarterback of all time, Bryce Young. I'm really excited for next season. Excited to see Bryce Young perform. Hopefully, give him some new weapons. Hopefully T. Higgins comes.
Didn't Bryce Young lose to Tennessee? Didn't Tennessee beat?
Doesn't Bryce Young have a national championship?
Yeah, I mean
he does. He does have a national championship.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see him having a national championship. It was just I can understand the hurt and the feeling it would have had on you to see Tennessee, or not you directly, because we didn't know where Bryce Young was going.
Yeah. I don't really like Alabama. I only like Bryce Young. He's the only good thing to ever come from Alabama. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see how this team plays out next year. Both teams have pretty good defenses. They're really going to make a lot of changes. I think the Panthers are going to make a lot of changes in the offseason. Sign some big names, hopefully. Hopefully get T. Higgins. Hopefully get Troy Franklin from Oregon. He's been a really, really good recently. Oh, I like Devontae Walker too.
Yeah. But
we got to see, because Devontae might drop to the first round. But I guess we got to see. We got to see how it plays out. And yeah.
Yeah, from coming from one poverty franchise to the other, I would really love to see the Panthers step it up. I would really love to see them do good this year. And I think they got them in them. They have a great young quarterback that could be there for his whole career. You never know. They just need to surround him with some weapons and some good coaching. And we've seen what he did in college. He was
I know.
Unstoppable in college. He was unstoppable. He was, the best. Probably, yeah, he was the best quarterback to come out of the draft.
Yeah, you see what he can do when he has a good line and weapons like that. If we just get him a good offensive line. Honestly, this year was just because of injuries. We had a lot of injuries on the line. We had our right guard got injured, then our backup right guard, our left guard got injured. It was a ton of injuries on the line. Last year, 2022, our offensive line was top 10. It was ranked top 10. So that's just showing what we can do when we are healthy and when we have good coaching. Because we had Steve Wilkes that season. Steve Wilkes really turned that season around. We fired Matt Rule, and he brought it. He brought it for us. And I just can't wait to see what Dave Canales does and the movies that Dane Morgan makes and all that. And yeah. All right, so for my Panthers, I have them going 7-10 this season. We have a couple easy teams. I think we're going to improve a lot. I think Bryce Young's going to improve a lot, especially with the coaching he has now. Dave Canales is known for improving quarterbacks. You've seen with Geno Smith, Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, all of them. I think we're going to go 7-10. I think we do a lot better than what we did. We're going to have a lot better weapons. We're going to be healthy. We have Shaq Thompson coming back on defense. We're going 7-10, I feel like. What do you think the Lions are going?
So with this season, the Lions went 12-5. Okay, best season we've had, ever. That's the best season that we've had since, as long as I've been alive. That's the best season. So, and in 2022 we went 9-8, and then we jumped 12-5. Jumped, drastic jump. I think that the Lions. It's hard to say. This is risky. This is a risky thought, right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go 14-3.
14-3.
I think the Lions we're gonna add 2 more wins. We're gonna pick up 2 more wins. We should have had 1 more win.
Because that Cowboys game?
Yes. We should have been 13-4. The Cowboys game, ridiculous. So realistically, one more win, two more wins technically, one more wins if you're considering the Cowboys game, which it should have been a Lions win. I think it's doable. I think we're going to the Super Bowl next year. I think we're going. I think we have the talent. I think we have the coaching. We learned our mistakes this year. Well, this was a working season. We're going to work out our quirks. We're going to work out everything wrong, all the kinks, and we're going to come back next season. That's all I got to say. I think next year is the Lions' year.
14-3. I can see it. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.